Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Karena Morrison, and this is Shop Local for Good News. Tonight's show is about empowering your message, and I'm back. I was just live. We're live on the Shop Local for Good Facebook page, and I was just explaining to our viewers that, once again, that's Shop Local for Good, F-O-R, Good, Facebook, that we are live currently on. And I was explaining to all of our followers that I've had a 3-year hiatus from BlogTalkRadio. Worked some, launched a business, Shop Local for Good, launched the Benevolution Foundation, and I'm back after 3 years. I was on other broadcast radio for about a year, and I actually prefer Blog Talk Radio because it gives me more flexibility. I'm all about flexibility because pivoting has become my life. We're actually broadcasting live from the Ring Workspaces in downtown Clearwater. It's beautiful, beautiful cohabitating.
Very beautiful.
It's a beautiful workplace. I'm a member. The Shop Local for Good team is a member of the Ring, and we get all kinds of wonderful benefits. And then they also offer opportunities to network with fellow entrepreneurs. So we're going to be broadcasting from here tonight, and then I've got to get with management and see how to get into their podcast room because it was locked. I'm new, can you tell? So we have Christine with us here tonight. Oh, that's how we look.
Oh, lovely.
Say hi, everybody. Now, if you are watching us live on Shop Local for Good Facebook page, we do ask that you start a watch party. And if you don't know how to do that, basically what you do is hit the share button, and then you hit watch party. And then I always explain on social media, Facebook's kind of picky. If you share something, this is the empowering your message tip. If you're sharing something on Facebook, you want to say something, because if you just automatically share something, Facebook puts that in a category like you don't really care that somebody wants to know about it. Mm-hmm. So, but if you say, hey guys, watch Shop Local for Good News is live now, watch with me. Facebook considers it more of a personal message, and it gets placed higher up in your friends' news feeds. So that is your tip of the day.
Good tip.
Yes. Because we're all about, putting our news higher up in the news feeds. Facebook, they are a corporation that wants to make money, and so oftentimes as a small business owner, I'm a tad frustrated that they're not showing my posts to as many people that are following the page. So that's why going live on Facebook is important. And the more you do it, even if you want to set up a private group, like a super secret one, and just put your friends in there and go, hey guys, I want to practice Facebook Lives, and if you don't want to practice Facebook Lives, I won't laugh at you if you don't laugh at me. And the more you do it, the better you're at it. It's like public speaking.
Right. That's things I need to work on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I liked that you asked about Toastmasters, too, because that is a wonderful organization.
Yes, I learned about Toastmasters about a year ago.
Yeah.
I went to a couple of their meetings out in West Pasco, and interesting for sure, but not enough time right now on my schedule for that.
I can't imagine why. Okay, so let's get into, I love Kids Campaign. Okay, Kids Campaign, how long have we known each other?
So we met when you were talking about that political era.
Yeah.
We met kind of back there.
Okay.
So what was that, 6 years ago?
6 or 7 years ago.
6 or 7 years ago we met, yeah.
We've been friends forever.
Yeah, we've been friends for a while. And Kids Campaign was incorporated on Valentine's Day 2013, so we're 6 years now.
Nice. I love your mission. I was meeting with some sponsors for a festival this week, And because the Benevolution Foundation, they wanted me to explain to them what my mission was.
Mm-hmm.
And the mission of the Benevolution Foundation, what I tell people, is that all volunteer nonprofits like Kids Campaign, you're a single mom, working full-time, and you're the founder of a nonprofit, and then it's not just you, there's others. And I've found that the all volunteer managed nonprofits are the ones that need the most help. They need help in broadcasting your mission.
Mm-hmm.
They need help in fundraising. They need help in finding more volunteers, finding board members. So you know me, I'm always drawn to the people that need more help. Plus, I have found that all volunteer managed nonprofits are genuinely just more appreciative of people that help.
Right.
And it's nothing against the other ones, but when you have paid staff that does this, and this,
yeah, you get a lot more accomplished.
There's no recognition that as an all volunteer managed nonprofit, you're doing everything and trying to raise money to keep paying all the government regulations we have to go through. Don't even get me started on that. So that's why I was explaining to them that Benevolution Foundation is kind of like an umbrella. Mm-hmm. And what we want to do is be out there and be your advocate. Because I love bragging about Kids Campaign. Your mission is so awesome. So anyway, let's explain a little bit more about your mission, because it's a dual purpose mission. Mm-hmm. And I'm really a big fan of both of your purposes. So would you like to explain it?
Sure. As Karena said, Kids Campaign is dual mission. And first is to instill kindness through sponsored community service activities. And second, to share love with pediatric cancer families by easing their burdens and celebrating their joy. So Kids Campaign is very unique, I feel, in the sense that the first part of our mission is what we'd like to be our main fundraising effort that will then allow us to fulfill the second part of our mission.
And it's really, I love outside the box people, because I'm an outside the box person, and when I become friends with another outside the box person, I don't feel so weird anymore.
Yeah, it's automatic bonding.
Yeah, I'm like, my tribe, yay! So, and your volunteerism part of your mission, just like, I love telling the story because it can involve kids of all ages too, from kids to corporate offices that want to wear jeans on Friday.
Right. It's very simple, and with being community service, the possibilities are endless, and you can be creative and do community service for a cause. So I feel very blessed that we have that mission. I felt God inspired by the mission.
Well, volunteerism it's really important. It teaches so many lessons to people. It teaches our children empathy. For example, there's a 13-year-old that lives on the street, and there's an elderly neighbor that needs help with, this is the favorite story I like to tell, that needs help with their lawn or needs help around the house.
Right.
And they come across that story, and they recognize that they, even at 13, they could help.
Right.
And so they reach out to their friends or family and say, I want to do a serving campaign for Mr. or Mrs. Jones down the street. She needs help, or he needs help. And will you sponsor me? And so the serving campaign, the way it works is, of course, they ask Mr. and Mrs. Jones if it's okay to mow their lawn or, help around the house first, and they explain what the serving campaign is. And so then they do the work, say it takes a couple hours, and their friends or family sponsor them for so many dollars per hour. And their sponsorship money gets donated directly to Kids Campaign.
Correct.
For you to help the families that need help.
Right. And that dollar amount is decided between the volunteer or volunteers or the sponsors.
Yeah, you don't tell them how much.
Whatever they agree upon, whatever they want to have it be done at, will be done.
It's so much freedom to volunteerism, too. It's pretty cool. Like, I want to mow your lawn.
Right.
And, Uncle John said he he'd donate $20 to Kids Campaign, and then the young person gets volunteer hours.
Exactly.
Because that's helpful for school.
Yeah, because students can get scholarships, some pretty serious scholarships from what I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, but we'll be soon.
And then here's where people, because they see all the big organizations that help families with, that are dealing with pediatric cancer or childhood illnesses, because you've actually helped or heard from other families that have rare childhood diseases too.
Correct, yeah.
And you'd like to expand your mission to help those families.
We would. We need to, we would really like to do that. Of course, funding. Yeah, funding. Right. The fun part of funding, yeah. So when the funds start coming in where we feel that we can reach out to other families in that situation, we plan to do that. It's just a funding issue. So the biggest thing that I've learned, obviously, is my first charity. Never been involved in any other charity but Kids Campaign. And as you know, the two main things that run the charities are volunteers and funds.
Right.
So we're looking to build a core volunteer team and have a volunteer coordinator as well, so that we can plan things throughout the year for Kids Campaign and for other charities, for us to help out at other charity events. Yeah,
and that's what I love about Kids Campaign too, because your volunteers actually can volunteer for another charity and still get Kids Campaign help.
Right.
So Christine likes helping everybody. That's another thing she's a lot like about me too. So do you want to talk about the start of, do you want to talk about your son and what drove you to want to help families? Sure.
My son, my one and only son, Dylan, was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma at the age of 9 on August 23rd, 2010, I believe it was. And so he did a year of very aggressive compressed chemotherapy in the hospital, St. Joseph's Children's Hospital, every other week getting chemotherapy for nearly a year. And thank God he is cancer-free today. He has some heart issues as a result of the chemotherapy drugs, as most of these kids have. You know, you think, okay, first of all, there's too many kids that don't make it with us. So I'm blessed that he's still with me today. But a lot of children and families run into long-term complications that they may not know about. So Dylan has to be monitored by a cardiologist for the rest of his life, basically. So he's doing good right now. One issue seems to have resolved because it hasn't shown up the last couple of times he was with the cardiologist, so that's good news. And the other one has improved slightly, so that's good news. So I thank God for that. And so as a result of his journey with what he went through, I actually had the thought for Kids Campaign in the middle of his chemo treatment, because once they removed his cancer, it was gone. So for me as a mom, I needed to focus my brain on something. So he did an actually experimental procedure too, was one thing we came across, so we did that. And then the thought came about Kids Campaign. And so it went through my head, but then went out very quickly. But I noted it and shared it with somebody so we could document it and have it for future use. And so then we started Kids Campaign to help out other families in the Tampa Bay area and beyond. A lot of these children will have their cancer treatment longer than a year, or unfortunately if they relapse. Again, too many children relapse with their cancer. So some families find themselves in a situation where they have already exhausted resources from other charities, and we want to be there to be like, hey, we're here, we can help you, because there's so many children that are diagnosed. So even though there's other charities out there doing a lot of great work, like the Children's Cancer Center, the One Voice Foundation, those are two wonderful charities here local in Tampa Bay. And so Kids Campaign wants to be able to help out. And we help out in a small way, but I know firsthand that those small ways go a long way and in a big way for families during this time.
Well, you could be more personalized too. I mean, say if a family needs gas money to get to an appointment that might be 2 or 3 hours away at a different hospital. Those larger charities don't have the bandwidth to be quick enough to help on that.
Right. So what we do usually is the system need is financial for the families that we dealt with. So usually it's a $300 gift card. We'll send the family, and they use it for gas, food, or to pay a bill. We've helped families pay a cell phone bill, auto insurance, bought a couple of plane tickets because sometimes the families need to travel out of state for a clinical trial and or to get follow-ups out of state as well. So we help them with that.
And you get to know the families personally, too. It's not just throwing money at anybody.
Right.
So.
And there's been families that we've helped out multiple times, like, hey, just let us know what we can do. And so we do what we can do. And we're at a point right now where I like to raise more funds. And that's why we need to build a volunteer team so we can get those funds going.
Yeah. So, and let's tell them how fun volunteering can be, too. Because we got a big festival.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to thank Christine because she stepped up. SummerFest for Good is coming up on June 22nd. And it's the Burger Battle Royal. So we've got 10 burger trucks. Well, they're not all burger trucks. They're going to make a burger of some sort and be competing. And the kids campaign team, what they're going to be doing is managing the volunteers. So volunteering at a festival can be anything from like sitting at the table selling armbands to helping keep the kids safe on the water slide in the bounce house to just helping maybe empty the trash or just being someone there that can relieve someone.
Right.
At one of them. So, and you don't have to be there all day. You can do a few hours. And then we always love our volunteers. And then, you're there and you have a burger while you're at it.
Right.
So I appreciate you doing that. So we are looking for a team of volunteers that will be connecting with Kids Campaign. June 22nd, 4 to 9 p.m. It's going to be at the Plaza at the Palms of Largo. And we're going to have Florida Full Throttle magazine. It's going to have a bike show. We just got them today, yesterday. Day before? I don't know.
Yesterday. I think it was, maybe, this week.
The days are just smushing together. So I'm really excited about that. So we're going to be announcing that in the event. You can find us at SummerFest for Good on Facebook. And that will be the page. And you'll be able to find us and find the event. So now Dylan's also a board member, right? Your son?
Yes, Dylan just turned 18 on March 29th, so he's now a board member, and really want to get him more involved in that. So obviously to teach him the value in serving through Kids Campaign, since it was inspired through his journey with cancer.
Right.
And it's like you said, it teaches them a lot. It
teaches them leadership skills.
Yeah,
sure.
Actually, that was one of the things we said. Community service is an integral part of the heart of our organization. And so initiating a serving campaign can be a great tool to build on one's servant leadership skills. Because I believe being a leader is good, and leadership skills are excellent to have. But I think there's a difference between being a servant leader and a regular leader, and I think the servant leader is the way to go. True.
And understanding teamwork, I mean, you don't necessarily have to step up and say, I'll be the leader, but learning how to support a leadership role is also vital. I mean, I was talking to someone earlier today, everyone has their strengths. And then when you can work collaboratively with other people that have other strengths, you're just more powerful together.
Right. So when your strengths can complement each other,
right?
Yeah, is the way to go.
Yeah.
It's a good team.
Right. So we'll get the information for them to contact Kids Campaign about volunteering at SummerFest. But you don't have to wait that long. So, because the other idea that I like, because I'm a blue jeans kind of girl. So, say you work in the office, and you and your co-employees workmates.
Co-workers.
That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, let's do a show at 8 o'clock at night.
Right?
So, like, you and your coworkers want to be comfortable on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to the boss and you say, hey, we want to do, Comfy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided that we're all going to donate so many dollars to Kids Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Will you let us do it? And the boss is pretty cool, and they're like, sure.
Yeah.
So then you get to wear your pajamas or jeans or whatever.
Yeah. Sneakers.
And then, so if there's 30 of you, that's a family that's getting helped.
Yeah.
By donating to Kids Campaign.
Yep.
And it makes a big difference.
Yeah. And my work just started this year, Volunteer Day. So each employee will get a full day of hours that they'll get paid by our company, by the firm, to volunteer at another charity. So
wow.
We find charities in the community or other employees found charities in the community, and they spend 3 or 4 hours helping them out at an event or what things they need, and then we've gone either in the morning part or the afternoon part of the day, and we get paid for that, which is nice. We'll get paid for that, and then I'm thinking, then you can start a serving campaign on top of that. So
wow, double bonus.
Right, it's a win-win all the way around. So much more, right?
Yep. So we do have some other events coming up I want to mention because Shop Local for Good we're actually pivoting on the MarketSpace for Good program. So, but we do have the space until the end of the month. So this coming Friday is Art Crawl in downtown Clearwater.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to give a shout out to artists in the community, see if they want to set up on the patio at Station Square.
Okay.
And we're asking that they donate $40 to be there and then bring all their friends and come out, and we'll have, keto coffee bar and sangria for if you want to get a drink. And then there's going to be a bunch of businesses with artists in front of their business, mm-hmm. All that up and down Cleveland Street. So you could just take an art walk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's going to be May 17th, Friday.
So this Friday?
This Friday.
Wow.
Yeah. Contact me, artists. If you want to email me, we do have the Artists for Good program. Even though we aren't going to be at the retail space for the MarketSpace for Good, mm-hmm. I'm pivoting on that program. So basically what we'll end up doing is a hybrid model of online promotions for our individual members. So our goal will switch to, instead of a collaborative, we're going to have an overall collaborative model. It's hard to explain. I'm going to be sending more traffic to their websites uh-huh. to learn more about their businesses, uh-huh. but I'm also going to be organizing unique events for them to participate in and showcase their products.
Oh, nice.
So instead of a 7-day-a-week retail space, uh-huh. we'll just have, more interesting, very interesting ways of getting them involved and getting our neighbors to know about their products that they sell. So that's what we're going to be doing.
That's pretty cool.
Lorena did a fantastic job managing the MarketSpace. Thank you, Lorena. Lorena is behind the camera. To anybody that doesn't know, she's our technology guru.
That she is.
Yes. We were doing a countdown, like, there's 30 seconds left. And she goes, wait, Mom, let me check this. And I'm like, ah! And she is cool as a cucumber. So we have that coming up. And then, what else do we have coming up?
Well, in October, is there something between SummerFest and mac and cheese?
Hopefully I get some sleep.
Yeah, that would be nice.
There is something that's potentially coming up, but I can't talk about it right now.
Okay.
It's from a meeting today.
Oh,
lots of exciting things are happening.
Good.
I'm really excited. Meeting with the Florida Full Throttle magazine people, I just love those guys. I really do.
The biker community is
They're
wonderful.
Amazing.
They have big hearts. And
they're like a big family. Yeah. I actually was a bartender at a biker bar.
Oh, wow. Back in your day?
Back in the day. It wasn't that long ago either. Whiskey Depot, shout out to Bob and Nancy. Whiskey Depot on Ulmerton Road. It's not a biker bar, but they
biker friendly.
Yes, biker friendly. And I love serving the bikers.
Yeah,
they don't let anybody mess with their bartenders. They'll mess with their bartenders.
Right.
But they don't let anybody else mess with their bartenders.
Yep. And they're like a big family. And they've been great supporters for Kids Campaign in the past. We've had a few poker runs, and they've been tremendous.
They have a big heart for their community and for the community as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a bad rap. So I
love the bikers.
I do too. I don't have any problems with them.
I took a motorcycle riding course when I was younger. I didn't pass the course, but I passed the written, but not the course, not the actual thing. So
I'll give you a big flashback. When I was little, my father worked for the Honda dealership on 49th Street. We've been around the Pinellas County area forever, because when I was little was a long time ago. And I have a memory of, this is back when you had to wear a helmet, of my dad putting me on the bike, and the helmet was so big. I was so little that the helmet went over my shoulder. And I remember the look on my mom's face, like, please do not kill my child.
Right.
As we rode off, and I was like,
yes.
Awesome.
Oh, that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, I love the bike community. They got a really big heart. And I'm really excited. They're going to have a bike show.
That's really neat.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
That will be
so
fun.
It's going to be a burger battle and a bike show. Say that 5 times fast. And there's going to be something else special, but I got to
keep something a surprise.
Yeah, got to surprise, get it, and I got to fill out a few more papers. Oh. Don't even get me started on the paperwork. Now, you said that there was something special, something other you were taking notes. Is that supposed to go out to the universe?
So yeah, I can mention it. So Winn-Dixie and other companies, I meant to bring that paperwork with me so I would know what I was talking about. But I don't have it, so I can tell you what I remember. Winn-Dixie has this program called the Community Bag Program.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how they choose the charity, but Kids Campaign was chosen to be the charity of the month for June, next month, at the Winn-Dixie closest to my house in Holiday.
Awesome.
So yes, they sell these bags, community bags. I think they go for $2.50 or $2 or $2.50. I want to say I think it's $2.50. And so every bag that they sell at Winn-Dixie, $1 of that will go to Kids Campaign.
Nice.
And they have like a marketing tool kit that, steps to do and stuff like that. So that's on my to-do list.
Okay.
Yeah, so, it's like all these things are on the to-do list, as you know.
Right.
But, yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that because...
Now, it's the Winn-Dixie in Holiday. Do you know what road it's on?
It's near Alt 19 in US 19.
So we will put the address.
I can send you the information. Okay.
But on the Shop Local for Good Facebook Live, we'll definitely comment in there.
So it's Holiday.
It's the Winn-Dixie and Holiday.
Yep, US 19 and Alt 19 right there at that intersection.
Okay. And you go in and you buy like a shopping bag?
Yeah, it's like you get like a shopping bag, I guess it would be. Instead of, a lot of people are now, instead of using plastic bags, they're bringing their own shopping bags.
I think that hold a lot of food too. Yeah.
That's what I think is like. I've only seen a picture of it. I haven't actually seen it, although I stopped by there last Tuesday to introduce myself and to find out about if they wanted me to provide them with materials for the store. But the manager wasn't there, so I have to go back there and introduce myself and do that probably over the weekend or something.
And see, this is where you need a volunteer community outreach chair.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, if you're retired, okay. So volunteer, empowering your message. Let's go back to this.
Okay.
When you're volunteering, you can volunteer as little time as 10 minutes a week. People are like, come on, Karena. No, seriously. Here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Because, once again, we're going to go back to this Facebook model where, when you're sharing something, you add words to it so Facebook knows that you care about it.
Right. I try to do that now. Yeah. You told me that before, I think.
I noticed. Christine is a super sharer. I love Christine sharing. So, comment on it. So where we're going with this, you can build a social media team. And the more people that you have to share, that have 10 to 15 minutes a week to just follow your page.
Mm-hmm.
And what they'll do is like it and follow it, because if they just like it, they might not see all your posts on Kids Campaign. So everybody that's listening, listen. If you have 10 to 15 minutes a week, you go to Kids Campaign, and you can send the page a message and say, I want to be on the social media team.
Right.
And all that's going to require you to do is, if there's an event coming up that you're participating in, RSVP that you're interested in the event. Because another thing Facebook does, it's actually kind of annoying to me, but if I say I'm interested in an event, my friends, some of my friends get notified. And then in some events it says, hey, Karena's going to this event. And I'm like, great. Now everybody knows. But don't say that you're going. Please don't say you're going to an event if you're not going.
Right.
Because that just gets...
Just be interested in everything.
You can be interested in everything Kids Campaign is doing. But, no. So if you say that you're interested, your friends may get notified that you're interested in the event.
Yes, I've seen that on Facebook. Yep.
It's all driving traffic up. It's people power.
Right.
And 10 to 15 minutes of going and sharing something that you share on your page, getting the word out. Or even inviting your friends to like Kids Campaign.
Right.
Don't spam everybody, please. But, if you know of some moms or some people that might be interested in the Kids Campaign mission, please invite people to the page.
Right.
It all goes back to people power. And that's what's going to empower our message. I mean, Facebook makes enough money off of this, guys.
Right. So I wanted to mention something, too, before I forget. So, yeah, Dylan just became a board member, but prior to that, Melanie Crowell. Melanie is awesome. Her heart is so big, and she's such a busy lady because she has 3 beautiful young children, or teenagers, some of them are now.
Yeah.
And she's very busy and involved with her kids, and they're all great kids. All 3 of them are great. So Melanie Crowell is my partner with Kids Campaign, and she is tremendous, and I absolutely love her and adore her. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Melanie, because I tried to get a hold of her tonight, but I wasn't able to do that. Again, she's a very busy lady, probably got homework with 3 kids or at a sporting event or something like that. But yeah, so on our board of directors, it's Melanie, now my son, and myself. So we just have the 3 board members right now. I figured as we grow, we can add board members to that. But what I did learn when it comes to having board members, because we went through a couple of situations, but I think having somebody that has a passion for your cause and having them work with you for, 7 months or so, before you go ahead and put them on your board. You want to find out if they're a good fit for you and vice versa, because, things happen in life. We all get there. We all have a great ideas, this and that, and they're like, oh, well, you know what? It's really not going to work for me because that's the way I thought it would. So maybe I'm not the best fit for your charity. That's fine.
Right. Well, plus you have to realize that if you add them to your board, it costs you money to add them, and it costs you money to take them off.
So that's why I just do it when we do the annual thing, the annual report. It's like, okay, well, you're no longer on the board. You're still listed on the board, but, I'm not going to pay that fee. And I just wait till we do it annually.
Right.
To do that.
Government,
so that was a
government permitting regulations. We're not going to start on that, Christy.
Paperwork. I told my son yesterday, I said, now that he's 18, I said, oh, this is your paperwork. Here you go.
Yeah.
I took him to an appointment yesterday.
Taxes. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's one thing. You could set up a social media team, and you wouldn't social media volunteering. You don't even have to get out of your pajamas for that, guys.
Right. And if you're Facebook, a lot of people are Facebook junkies, including myself. Yeah. But I'm taking a little 7-day challenge not to be on Facebook. So that's why you haven't seen any posts from me. But like, where did Christine go?
She dropped off the plant. No, I didn't. I haven't been on it much, too, because I've been dealing with bureaucracy.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I keep saying that. They're like, Karena, it's a talk show. Talk about it. No, I found out today, quite by happenstance, because one city is requiring you to do something different than another city that requires. And
Same county, though?
same county.
Oh, interesting.
But different municipalities.
Okay.
However, it's a Florida statute that if you have any business in your house, even if you only work on your phone, and you walk into your house with your phone, that is a home business. And you are to register with your municipality and pay the business license fee.
Wow. So is that what you are?
Huh?
Is that what they're saying?
Oh, I'm already registered because I have. But all those direct sales people, all those crafters, all those people that are doing things from their home, if they walk out the door and sell it, they owe a fee. And that's Florida statute. Yeah. I wasn't going to rant about this on the show. But it's important, and this is why. It happens to nonprofits, too. You're nickeled and dimed. Okay, I am going to rant. You're nickeled and dimed to death from federal to state to local, county to municipality, on all these regulations. You've got to follow all the laws. I even told somebody today, I said, I'll bet you 99% of us break some government regulation just getting out of bed in the morning. Because there's so many rules.
There's so many laws. The more laws, the less freedoms, right?
There's I'm flashing back to 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what I want everybody to understand, especially when you're empowering your message, is that by you spending 10 to 15 minutes helping a local nonprofit that's all volunteer managed, and the people, and maybe $10 a month, 10 to 15 minutes a week and $10 a month, you can make the difference in a child's life if you are one of 30. One of 30. 30 is a small number.
Yeah.
And then, they get a few friends in, and they get a few friends in, and then all of a sudden, you and your little tribe are helping a family in the community. And it's kids camp, it's volunteerism and nonprofits like Kids Campaign that have the flexibility and the ability to help when you're sponsored, when you're being supported.
Right.
It's not all of much like the paperwork I'm dealing with to put on an event and all the fees and all that I'm paying. Kids Campaign has almost no overhead.
That's right. Well, another unique part about Kids Campaign with the mission of sponsored community service activities, we put on a couple of fundraisers over the years for ourselves for Kids Campaign, mainly the poker run, which is a lot of work. and there's no guarantee whether how much money you'll raise.
Right.
And none of that's guaranteed, so you just do the best you can and hope for the best. And we've had some good poker runs, but a lot of work. And I totally forgot where I was going with this. Anyways, forget that. So when we do a serving campaign, we help out other charities in the community with their events. That's the easiest part when you think about it, because they've already done all the legwork. To have that function, that event take place, they've done all the legwork. We just go there and say, here we are, what can we do for you? And we do what they need.
That's what I love here.
That's the easiest part. So that's another thing. I mean, it's just so practical. So yes, we don't have any programs we offer. It's just mainly financial assistance in three main ways, which you can find on our website, which is Kids Campaign, shareandlove.org. But so that's
well,
that makes
and
it easy
Kids Campaign is going to have a booth at the SummerFest for Good Burger Battle Royal.
Yeah, I have to get a volunteer. I got to
So that's
issue that
another
day.
volunteer task that if you like to talk to people. Now you're going to want to learn about Kids Campaign's mission before you serve at their volunteer booth. And then we're going to meet. The volunteers are going to meet up the night before.
Okay.
Just so that everybody's on the same page. Plus, we have to set up Pinellas County's biggest beach ball pit.
That's fun.
So if you like blowing up beach balls, come out.
Is it just for the kids?
Oh, no. Kids of all ages. Because
Okay.
it's a big event tent. Were you there last year?
No, we couldn't make it last year.
Okay, so my husband was voluntold that he had to do it again. And so basically what we do is we set up events,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a ball pit, only with beach balls. And I asked the Plaza at the Palms of Largo if they could double the beach balls this year, because they buy the balls. And then actually Tammy with the Plaza, she's super phenomenal. She actually, I think her daughter blew up all the beach balls last year. But we have put in a request, and we learned the hard way. We put in a request for the kind of beach balls don't have the valve on it, because guess what we did for 2 hours after the event last year?
I had to pull them out.
We were trying to deflate the balls, and they were the kind that really good ones.
Yeah.
That when you pull the thing out, it had this little thing.
The hard little thing.
Yes. It was a nightmare.
How many balls did you have?
I think she got 200 last year.
Wow, we should have coined it. Like, guess the number of balls in the pit.
Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun. And then my other thought was having people bring deflated balls with them, since some of them might be on motorcycles or whatever. And then they blow up a beach ball and throw it in.
Oh, yeah, like throwing a coin in a fountain and make a wish.
See how many we can get in that pit. Because I want to brag about having the biggest beach ball pit. So it's event fencing, that orange mesh.
Yep.
So it's super soft.
So what is the dimensions of the pit? It's rectangle, I'm guessing, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so is it like 20 by 40?
I'm not going to tell my secret.
Okay.
I can't tell my secret because then somebody else will build a bigger one.
Okay, that's true.
You guys are going to have to come out and measure it yourself if you want to compete. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. And I have a picture, I think, in the event of, it was after some of the balls got taken out too. And we might even do that towards the end. Like if you're there at the last hour, here, have a beach ball or 3.
Right.
Take it home with you. Put it on your head. But no, I'm really happy about. I want to give a shout out to Chris and Gloria with Untamed Events. Just a little bit of catching everybody up on what happened. First of all, never, ever, ever, ever work too hard for too long, for too many days in a row.
I've done that. Yes, not good for your health at all.
No. I actually ended up in the hospital last month because I'm stubborn, and I was
it's true.
Working too many days in a row, too hard, and not paying attention. Anyway, so that's when I made a few decisions. Once I felt better. You never want to make decisions when you're not feeling well. True. Bad idea.
Yeah.
It's even a bad idea to make decisions to keep going when you're not feeling well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to keep going. Oh. Anyway, so where was I going with that? So the point is not to be a serial volunteer to the point where it's not good for your health. Mm-hmm.
Set limits for yourself.
Set limits for yourself. Empower your message by asking for help. Mm. If I ask you for help, I'm actually really, really needing help.
Right.
Oh, that's why I started. Chris Allen, he's like an award-winning. He was at the first mac and cheese with his truck.
The first one you were involved? Was I at those kids campaign there? Okay.
Yeah, you were there. And he was the burger truck there. Okay. And he has a different name for his truck. I'm not going to go back. It's a different truck. So he's Renegade Burgers now. But he and his girlfriend are Untamed Events. Mm. Well, I'm not sure what caused him to reach out to me. I'm not even sure if he saw that I was in the hospital. But I remember how he treated me at that first mac and cheese event when it was going a little sideways. And he was the only truck that wasn't yelling at me. Mm. And he came up and brought Lorena and I food. And so he's really big heart. Mm. Hard worker. So he reached out to me about a month ago or a few weeks ago and said, if you ever want to do a burger event, I'm in. Let's do one. And so here I am about a week after I got out of the hospital, and I got on the medications that I needed to be on. And I'm thinking, and